This is Focus, Del Mar Community. I'm Jordan Olivo, and today we're joined by head softball coach of Calallen High School, Teresa Lentz. Thank you for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
To, I guess, start, you did attend Miller High School. You went off to college. What inspired you to come back to the Coastal Bend, to coach, to teach? Was that always in your plan? Was it something that just, rolled out and happened?
As far as I can remember when I was a little kid, they asked me what I wanted to be. You always ask, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? Write something, write a paper, and what do you want to be?
Right.
So middle school, I knew I wanted to be a coach. High school, I still knew I wanted to be a coach. Everything that I did because I wanted to be a coach. When I was getting older and older, I recognized that I wanted to start helping girls in this area. So I almost kind of knew, just from watching my brothers play, college baseball and then going on to play pro baseball. And I recognized, it is very hard and difficult for, especially young women at that time, which was in the late 90s, to go play softball, especially from this area. I made sure I had good grades. I made sure I didn't make stupid mistakes. Because it was so hard for girls in this area to get recruited. And I just so happened to, I played on a travel ball team in Austin, and I was fortunate enough to get a look from Texas Women's University in Denton, which is north of Dallas. And I never heard of the school. I had some other junior college offers, and which was really nice, and I almost took some of them. I had a possible walk-on at Oklahoma State opportunity, and it ended up being the Texas Women's University coach who really, really believed in me, liked what she saw. She came down and watched one of my high school games, which even proved to me even more. She was very, very interested, because I knew that's a far recruiting trip during softball season. And just really put me into perspective, like, hey, I think this school really likes me.
Coming from your student athlete, high school into college, you played pro. Would you say that it shapes your character, or even student athletes that are watching, being a part of a team, being in athletics, does it help define who you are into the real world? I mean, look at you, right? I think you're the model example for that.
It's really nice of you to say. I do believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that sports in general helps young women. I think it's something that they need. I think it helps them build confidence. It helps them take constructive criticism. It helps build, character, fight. I mean, really, especially this game in general, there's so much failure in this game. So if you can't be mentally tough enough to handle that failure, then, if you make excuses, if you blame other people, you're just going to do that later.
Right.
And you're just going to be that annoying person that you work with. And you're just like, oh my gosh, quit complaining.
Yes.
As opposed to, and I tell this to my girls, if later on in life your boss is telling you, hey, you need to work on this, this, and this, and this, I don't really like the way you're doing it, you say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, thank you, I'm going to work on it. Or you could be the other way and just be like, well, he doesn't like me, he just thinks that I'm this, or she doesn't like me, and just make excuses. And we see it all the time. And I really, truly believe the people, or the young women that play sports and that have been pushed, they will take that and they'll be better.
Right.
They'll get better. They'll make sure they need to be whatever they need to be successful. So
I do love that, and that is true. Personally, I've seen it, and that is, I think, what athletics in the school program is good for. Lastly, before we wrap up, I just want to get your philosophy, if you will, on coaching. What would you summarize it up as?
Winning isn't everything. I think it's how you win. Are you winning the right way? Are you winning with class? Are you winning with dignity, with respect? Those are the big things. And honestly, am I, or at least I hope, am I helping the young women that I'm coaching recognize that there's a bigger picture other than softball.
Right.
It's not easy to do. There's this, it's a fine line, and I hope that I'm doing my best at it. But I want these women to be successful young women. I don't want them just to be successful high school softball players.
Right.
I want them to be successful in life, and I want them to come back. And I've told them this. I want you to come back to me, and I want to see you, and I want to hear good things about you. I don't want to hear bad things. I want to hear about all the great things you've accomplished. I want to, and I also want you to take as much out of this game as you possibly can, because this game, if you play it right and you play your cards right, you can take a lot from this game, and it can give it can give back so much if you just do all the little things right.
Well, I think your team is lucky to have you, because everything that you philosophize, you've done. You're a local girl, inducted into the Miller Buck Hall of Fame. You went off, you came back, and you're still instilling your core values into the athletes that you teach. And at Calallen, they're known for excellence in sports. So, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is Focus Del Mar Community. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Jordan Olivo.